All right, welcome back. Several beaches around Durban have been reopened. It's good news for tourism and also local fishing industries. Now, they were closed, of course, after high levels of E. coli were detected. Well, testing confirming the water quality. Let's get the latest now from eThekwini Municipality's Parks, Recreation and Cultural Head, Dr. Simphiwe Ndlovu, joining us this morning. Dr. Ndlovu, good to see you, and thanks for your time on eNCA. So, how many beaches are we talking about? Let's first of all talk about the beaches that have reopened and what the tests have said. What do we mean by acceptable levels of E. coli? Good morning.
Good morning, Gareth, and good morning to your viewers. Well, the acceptable level of E. coli, it must be below 500. So currently we've got about 14 beaches that have been opened and we've got 12 that have been closed. So yeah, so we do, we monitor those beaches 14-day test all the time. So every after 2 weeks, we'll do a test just to see that our E. coli is acceptable so that we can allow our communities to go to the beaches.
You don't happen to have a list of the beaches that have been reopened, do you, Doctor?
I do. Do you want me to give you the list? It's eThekwini Beach, Battery, it's eThekwini Country Club, Astery, Begi, Reunion, Umdloti, Westbrook, Umhlanga Main, and Bronze Beach.
So that's good. That's very helpful. I think people do want to know what beaches are open, Doctor, as well. When we talk about acceptable levels, you were saying under 500 for E. coli. Is that safe for, obviously, tourists to go back? Are they allowed to swim in the water, A, for the tourism side, and then B, for those who want to then continue fishing in the area? Do you have different standards for tourism and fishing, or is it the same testing?
No, it's just the same testing, but it is good for those who want to go and swim, because what we do is, that's why we do a test every 14 days to just ensure that we protect our swimmers, and then also those who want to go and do a fishing, it is also acceptable. But we do quite a close monitoring into our beaches, because we don't want to compromise our communities. We just want to make sure that, for tourism, when people want to come to Durban, it's also safe. But yeah, that's why we do monitor them on a regular basis.
And just help me understand as well, Doctor, the beaches that are not open yet, just how bad is the situation still? I'm going to keep coming back to this 500 level of E. coli you're talking about. How bad are those beaches that are still closed? Any timelines on those?
Well, look, because the city, we are busy trying to repair some of our infrastructure. That is giving us problems in terms of the flows, because you find rivers being polluted, and then that pollution will be going to our beaches. So what we do is, we've got it's normally above 6. Let's just say currently we've got about 800 and above. It's quite bad, but we are improving, because we are trying by all means to repair our infrastructure that is giving us problems. But the situation was quite bad. That's why we decided to close those beaches with immediate effect. So our E. coli was above 600 and at some stage 800 and 1,000 and more. So we're quite strict on that. That's why we want to ensure that our E. coli is below 500, so that for us to allow anyone who wants to go and swim.
Well, that's good news for tourism, tourism, and also the fishing industries, those who fish commercially and also socially as well, privately. Doctor, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. Dr. Simphiwe Ndlovu, eThekwini Municipality's Parks, Recreation and Cultural Head. I'm afraid I couldn't write down all the beaches that had opened, but the doctor saying that 14 of them have reopened.